Hi everyone, welcome back to my main channel. This video is going to be kind of silly, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you follow me on Twitter, which you totally should be by the way, if you're not, you would know that I am kind of obsessed with the ABC family show Pretty Little Liars. That's kind of putting it lightly. I watch it every Tuesday and I usually live tweet while I'm watching it and tweeting out some of my reactions to things going on in the show. And I've actually come up with some theories of how I think that some of the storylines are going to play out, and I thought that I would share them with you and see how many of those will come true in the future. So that's basically what this video is going to be about. Now, if you love Pretty Little Liars but you're not caught up and you have not been watching seasons 4A and 4B and whatnot, stop watching the video right now. X out, because there are going to be tons of spoilers in these theory ideas of mine. So if you're not caught up and don't want to be spoiled, then go ahead and X out of the video right now. Okay, so for all of you that have stuck around, let's get to my theories. The producers of the show have always said there's no coincidences, there's no mistakes in the PLL universe, that any like writing on a chalkboard that kind of hints at the identity of A, or you know, a book on a bookcase, that kind of thing. Those types of things are there for a specific reason, and for all of the observant PLL fans will pick up on, because they're looking for those types of clues. Which, by the way, I love PLL, but I am completely not an observant person. I get too wrapped up in the actual story and not looking around at different things that are in the room that maybe are hinting at the identity of A. I have watched a lot of PLL theory videos here on YouTube, and a lot of people have come to the idea that Aria is A, and I totally have to agree with them. There are just certain things, like in one of the episodes in season 3B, I believe it was even the first episode, it was called Unmasked. The only two people in that episode to take off their mask were Ezra and Aria. Now we know that Ezra has already been revealed to either be A or be part of the A team. Does that mean that Aria is also involved as well? The other thing was, the producers tweeted out that A would be dressed as the Black Swan. Even I was thinking that it was whoever was wearing kind of this black ballerina type dress. However, the original cover of the book Black Swan is a girl dressed in a red and black color blot dress, which is exactly what Aria was wearing, which tends to lead more towards that Aria is at least a part of it, if she's not A herself. The producers tweeted out that all would be revealed in 3B, which is season 3 part B. However, it is also Ezra's apartment number. There's a lot of evidence supporting the fact that Aria is A, or at least part of it. One thing that has not been mentioned, and I'm pretty sure that it's because a lot of these videos were put out before season 4 started, was that at the end of season 4A, it was the season finale called Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the girls were getting gifts from A, and one of the gifts was a set of 4 magic 8 balls, all with their names on it, and all had a snippet of a message from A. And once you read it all together, you got the full message from A. So the girls read their 8 balls, and Aria just says A, because that's all she has on her 8 ball is the letter A. So I think that's kind of the producer's way of hinting even more that Aria might be involved and may in fact either be A or at least be involved. I do have to admit that when they did reveal Ezra as A, or at least a huge part of the A team, tears did well up in my eyes, because I was totally team Ezra, and I completely believed that Ezra was a nice guy that was just trying to do right and trying to protect his girl, and that kind of all came crashing down. To think that he is the reason for all of the craziness that these girls have gone through over the last, year or two. Okay, with that being said, here are my theories on Ezra and Arya. Now, season 4 has kind of had a lot of backstory about Radley, which is the mental institution that Mona and Spencer have spent some time in. It's been primarily focused on Toby's mother's death. Basically, he found out that his mother did not commit suicide, but was actually pushed or murdered, I guess, by a deranged patient, another patient there. At first, he was going to kind of really dig in and find out who this patient was and all of this kind of stuff, but now he's backed off and is like, well, I know that my mother didn't commit suicide, so that's enough for me and I'm done. I don't believe that Ezra and Arya met at the bar like we were shown in season 1. I believe that they knew each other way before then. Perhaps when they were patients at Radley. And maybe, just maybe, one of them was the deranged patient that killed Toby's mother. If you've been watching season 4, you know that there's this book that Allison kept as kind of a diary, but she changed names and so forth to kind of protect the guilty, so to speak. And there is one about this bar called the Hart and Huntsman, and this particular story was what clued Spencer in on the fact that Ezra is A, because she bumped into him there. He was eating the pie and drinking a beer. That's exactly what Allison and her mystery guy were doing at this little dive bar or whatever on their dates. There was always this mystery guy that she always called Board Shorts, that nobody knew who he was, and Ezra's drinking a Board Shorts ale. So it basically has made Spencer realize he's Board Shorts, and all of this is happening because of him, and he's A. However, she's thinking that Allison is the girl in the story, and I'm thinking maybe it wasn't Allison. I'm thinking maybe it was Arya. It was a story that Arya had confided in Allison. She just wrote it out as that it was her, because that's kind of what Allison did with these stories. She changed names and changed the circumstances a little bit to kind of protect the guilty. So that's another possibility. Now, the story really is about Allison and Ezra, as we are being led to believe. Maybe Arya found out about their little fling, and perhaps Arya is a little bit unstable and killed Allison in a jealous rage when she found out that she was messing with Ezra. And that's right, I said killed. I honestly do not believe Allison is alive. I know that that is one of the big reveals from this season, was that Allison was actually still alive, but she was hanging out in Ravenswood. And from what I've seen of the show, and I have watched the spinoff Ravenswood, is that a lot of the people there are dead and are just kind of ghosts walking around. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Allison really is not alive. She really did die, and perhaps Arya was the murderer because she found out she was messing with her boyfriend. So that does it for my PLL theory video. I know it's kind of silly, but I do love this show, and it will be really interesting to see if any of these theories pan out and are actually correct. If you have any theories yourself about PLL and who A is, or who is part of the A team, that kind of thing, or if you think Allison is alive, or if she is really dead, leave them comment down below and let me know what you guys think. It'll be really interesting to kind of see everybody's ideas and then see which ones actually come to fruition in the show. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to check out all the social media sites. Links down below. The links to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my blog are all down there for you. Also the links to my other channels here on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.